That was a gun.
I'm not voting.
If we want to build our nation.
The problem with the Somalians.
Just want to experience something else than a black man.
Move on, move
Can't be like a horse with blinkers. Honestly say, I was about to have sex and then I pulled
crap, but it's nice.
My dream is to see this country fulfilling its potential. Okay, it's going to start with me, but I need people like us to bring everybody else with us. And my dream is to just be able to just see this country providing us with those opportunities to be able to do that.
Good afternoon!
When you're a doctor in the hospital that I work in, you just see how the inequalities are affecting these people's lives in a way that is so ultimately destructive. It's really causing society to literally rot. And we obviously see the effects of that, and we have to treat the effects of that. But what is very, very sad and disillusioning is that it's gotten to such an extent that me plugging away one person at a time is not making a difference, because we're seeing these people coming back, same people. Not only are those people coming back, but there's more coming. Basically, that's all I'm doing right now, is just pushing in the 50% glucose, because if we leave them with the low glucose for too long, he's going to get brain damaged. We get the referrals that come in from the periphery, okay? You can have the best doctor in that peripheral center, the best nurses, but the resources, they can't do simple procedures. Some of them don't even have suture material. They can't even do the simplest things, because to motivate for a SATS monitor takes 6 months. Okay. Ideally, we should be doing this in recess, but recess is full. But looks like he's perking up a little bit already. Thanks. Anyway, so we see those that get referred to us. Okay, so that's one type of patient. And sometimes we get the most, horrendous referrals. Then we see the walk-ins, okay? And then we see the psychiatric patients, okay? And then we also provide service for drunken drivers. You'll see that it's a very chaotic environment, very busy. We get people streaming in all the time, and it just amazes me that so many people are sick, you know. A lot of the times it's only 3 or 4 doctors, especially after hours, okay? And as you're busy, you know, you're busy trying to just see this person who's been stabbed and put in a chest drain, and in runs a family carrying somebody who now needs a resuscitation. The whole team has to drop that, whatever you're doing, and go and resuscitate. We don't have another team that can resuscitate. We are the doctors. It's just us, you know. Then you go back to the guy that you're putting the drain in, and the next appendix comes in, and then the ectopic pregnancy comes in, who's like bled out. It makes me very angry, because these are people who are supposed to be out there in the workforce contributing to this country, but they can't. And you know, rich people, or not rich people, just people who are in the workforce, who are fortunate enough to be in the workforce, judge them and say, oh, you know, these people are just lazy. They, you know, we also got up and did it ourselves. Why can't they? They don't know the environment that that child is born in. You know, I feel like we're even beyond brute survival. It's regressed even further than that. Now it's actually about just it's very, very difficult to describe, but the thing is, we see it. We're seeing the effects of it. You know, you'll speak to any doctor that works in the public service. I mean, and never mind the public hospitals, we're just doing them a disservice. But they will tell you that it's just getting worse and worse and worse. And it's horrible for us because, like I say, we just plug away one person at a time. We're not making a difference en masse. I mean, we don't get any debriefing at all. Doctors and nurses do not have any support, okay? So, you know, and I'm sorry to say it, but we have just become so hardened. We don't deal with it. We just focus on the biomedical, and we'll even have a few laughs about it and a few chuckles about it. We will have discussions about it as well. We'll sit down and just say, wow, you know, people are just getting sicker and sicker. We're seeing more and more patients. And of course, there's so much denialism. So by the time people come, they're on death's door. So the message hasn't gotten through to them either, you know, that this is just, you know, this is a chronic disease, just like diabetes, just like hypertension that can be manageable. Look, if I had to think about it all the time, wouldn't be able to work because I'd just be too depressed. And you know, the things that we see, wow. Wow, wow, wow. Yeah, it's horrible. And like I said, the denialism is making it worse. You know, you'll see somebody, you know, who's like this, and you ask the family, oh, how long have they been sick? 3 days. How long have they been coughing? Oh, maybe the last day and a half. But this person is literally wasted. She's on death's door, and they expect us to perform miracles. My people are blue. Blue like the cool of a morning twilight moon. They're orange like the burn of the African sun. Yellow brighter than our children's song. Indigo like the Atlantic at dawn. All of my people hue that fills the land when spring is born. Green is my people's blood. Flows through my people's hearts. This is the radiance that settles through my people's thoughts.
The whole thing's a bit sharp. I think, especially the big notes.
Okay.
Fills the land when spring is born. Green is my people's blood. Flows through my people's hearts. This is the radiance that settles through my people's thoughts. My people who light up the sky overhead are the rainbow of a promised land. My people who light up the sky overhead are the rainbow of a promised land. My people who light
rather do that bridge because, like I said, those harmonies are really easy and I'll be able to figure it out from there what we can do at the chorus. Medicine is about people. Music is about people. When I'm practicing, sure, I have a biomedical approach, blah, 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 what's wrong, make a diagnosis and all of that, but you always have to take into account the context where that person comes from. And one of the great things about my job is that I meet so many different people and I tap into so many different lives. People, by virtue of myself being a doctor, allow me into very, very sensitive areas of their lives because they need me to help them with those areas of their lives. Because when they come with a sickness, it comes with a whole lot of emotional, psychological, social, financial baggage with it, particularly where I work. And music is the same, when after a gig, people come to you and say, wow, that song, it made me feel like this, or it made me feel like that, or it spoke to me, or, and that's what I'm interested in. And I think that's why music and medicine for me just makes sense. So I can't stop doing either of them. At the end of 2005, I met Steve here, who's the producer that's working with me now. And met completely by chance, met in this very studio. And basically those were the beginnings of Alan Funk. We just started this band and we thought, okay, well, let's see how it goes. The band grew to 8 members and boom, we were performing everywhere and anywhere in Cape Town. And we all sat together and we said, okay, well, we can continue as a garage band, just performing around Cape Town, and that's all very well, or we can push and go national and, follow in the footsteps of the Freshly Grounds and all of that. And then that's when I had to make a decision. It's so difficult choosing music because the industry is not a kind industry at all to musicians, particularly in this country. So you have to be willing to struggle for a very, very long time, maybe forever. Musicians like Busim Mhlongo, Madosini, the absolute greatest voices in this country are still living in abject poverty. So it's not a kind industry at all, and I grew up a very poor girl, and poverty is not funny for me at all. It's not glamorous, it's not cute. I don't want to be poor ever. I think I'm a good doctor. I think I do my work and I do it very well. But if I want to be a world-class physician with research and all of that, backing me up, then I have to do medicine 24 hours. I have to eat, sleep, and drink it. The best of the best in their industries eat, drink, sleep, what they do.